Hey, what's up, everybody? So, today we are going to talk about the new Apple Silicon chipset that is going to debut in the upcoming Silicon MacBooks, and they will be based on the ARM architecture. And today we are going to compare it with the existing MacBooks, which have i3, i5, i7, and i9, depending on what you get, whether you get the Air, the Pro, the Pro 16 inch. So, today we are basically going to compare the Pro version that we get in 13 inch that most people get. So most people get the 13-inch MacBook Air or the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So for that purpose, we will be considering i5 as the main benchmark here, because the MacBook Pro 16-inch for is for mainly creators, and you do not want to spend that much of money if you are not working in something of that line, or if you don't want that graphical performance. So for now we'll be considering the i5 chipset, and we'll be comparing it to the Apple Silicon, the possible Apple Silicon that will be in the current MacBooks, and we'll be considering the worst case scenarios for the MacBooks as well. So spoiler alert here, the results are actually very good for the Apple Silicon if the leaks are true. So I'll be checking out all the scores in this video, and also if you are new to the channel and want to know more about the Silicon Macs, I already have some videos up which consists of all the rumors, whether you should wait, whether you should buy an Intel MacBook, and what are the prices going to be for these MacBooks. So you can check those out, and if you want more content, you can always subscribe to the channel. And also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. So moving on, so for the i5 10210U mobile processors, the single core score is 978 on Geekbench, and the multi-core score is 3065. So these are average scores that have been taken out in Geekbench, and you can expect a plus or minus maximum 3 to 4% here and there in your unit. But when you compare it with the actual A14 leaks that have come out for Geekbench, it gives us a staggering 1500 plus score on the Geekbench on single core. So I have stressed about this in the previous videos as well. So Apple in single core performance is really great. So same is the case with iPhones. It's not that great in multi-score. So if you are into multitasking, I would say an AMD processor, as it has more cores, more threads, it will perform better. But in single core performance, Apple straight beats Intel out of the park. It beats i5 really by a huge margin. It's about 50% more gains than the i5. Also, do consider that this is a 5 nanometer chip, so it will run much cooler. So you also get that thermal plus points. So when your system runs hot, the performance actually decreases by some margins, and when your system is cool, it can go up to those limits, and it can fully perform under the specified machine. So if the leaks are true, which I think our Apple has been great with these processors, the same chips will be present in the iPads as well. So A14 is the one that will be in the Silicon Max. There might be some variations, and there might be A14T or A14Z. We are not quite sure about the naming here, but if any of the variations do happen, it will be an upgrade over these cores. So I say that it will beat i5 by a huge margin. Now, next thing that you want to consider here is that the multi-score, if you compare it to the other MacBook Pros and the MacBook Air i5 version, you might not find a great multi-score here. So if you're looking for something like that, that might not happen. So if you compare it with the i5 10600K, for example, that will be much higher in multi-score. So it's not as good as 1500, it's 1300 on the single core, and it's 7000 on the multi-core. Now the Apple Silicon Leaks for the multi-core score are around 4000, so they are decent, but they are not as good as the ones on Intel, so you have to consider that as well. But overall, great results and brilliant battery performance is expected out of the new Silicon Max. Now, one thing that everyone is ignoring here is that Apple also has its custom GPU built into that chip. So as Intel has its Intel Iris integrated graphics, Apple has its own GPU. So that will also be great. As we have seen in iPhones and iPads, they have a great integrated GPU performance. So in smartphones particularly, they are doing great in terms of graphical performance. So the same is expected in these Silicon MacBooks as well. So you can expect great results out of these integrated graph. So Apple hardware and Apple software, that will also boost the performance of the new Silicon MacBooks. So do keep all of those in mind, and we do expect great results from the upcoming MacBooks, and you can wait up till next week for all of that to happen. And as soon as the retail units of the Apple MacBooks come out, I'll be reviewing them on this channel, so consider subscribing to the channel as well. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. So that's all for today, guys. Hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you.